Very delayed, but I'm finally here edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So I did try to at least post something really quick that I'm going live, but y'all's a little disorganized this morning, might as well tell you. But look, I'm wearing makeup. Oh gosh, it doesn't take much. And y'all, somebody welcome, first of all, to all my new. We have a lot of new members. A lot of you came over from Homestead Tessie. And I want to extend a promise to you that oh, hello, who jumped on? There's two of you. I will be doing more. I'm just kind of in a rut right now with some health issues, but we're going to actually do something on this live today. And I'm really proud of myself. So I had posted a picture, y'all, of my two new implants. So it's the tooth behind my eye tooth and my back tooth. Now, y'all, I don't have, oh, thank you, Jill. I don't bleach my teeth because I just don't. I don't know. And I have a lot of fake teeth. I have a lot of implants and crowns, so they're never all going to be the same color. And my teeth are fairly straight, but if you look, they're very crooked down here. So I don't think of myself as having like a Pepsodent smile, if you remember those commercials. But somebody got really upset because I posted a picture where I was going like this. And it said some really nasty things. So if you saw it, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm pleased just to have my teeth. I can't tell you what a difference it's made in my eating because I couldn't chew it all on this side and I can on this side. Okay. Good morning, whoever. I'm just jabbering away. Oh my goodness. Sometimes that happens and you say the wrong thing. So gosh, 6 people. So y'all, let me kind of do a little bit of health update, but then we're going to do the go back and then I'll finish the health update. So why haven't I been on for a week? Hi, Winona from North Carolina. My Winona is almost done with her broody. She's been really good. She's only been taking one egg. And when I go in and she's like, I don't have no more than one egg. And I'm like, Winona. She's like, okay. She knows on some level that she shouldn't be taking all of them. I don't know. She's really smart. And she's so sweet. And I pick her up and she tolerates it, which a broody hen usually will not tolerate. New babies, no, I wish. I don't have a rooster. We're not allowed to have them in the village limits. But what I can tell you is I have a neighbor that has a rooster and I never hear it. Now that may be because I'm country tuned. I am 3 houses within the village limits. And so that's why I'm subject to those rules. But I think I could totally get a rooster without any real huge issue. What I would rather do, because it would protect my chickens, I'd rather just get some more babies. I got babies last year. I got 3. I kept 1. I gave 2 to my neighbor because they lost all their chickens from a fox. I only lost 1, but they lost all of theirs. Anyway, so no new babies right now. Y'all may notice I'm short of breath. So I'm going to give you that update first, and then we're going to do fun stuff. Yes, I'm short of breath. No, I don't have my oxygen on. I only really need it when I'm active, but I had gotten like remarkably better. Like I was like, thank you, Lord. But what I didn't realize is after my biopsy, they gave me antibiotics, which I did have a low-grade infection, according to my blood work. So I had something going on. It was the high-dose steroids that made it so much easier to breathe. Well, can't stay on those forever, so I've weaned off. So that's why no videos this week, y'all. I've had a pretty rough week, not feeling well, and it took me a while to figure it out. I'm like, wow, am I going into some kind of crisis? No. So what I had ended up doing, don't do what I say, do what your doctor tells you. They had put me on 40 milligrams, which is a huge dose. I've never taken that much, even for my lupus. So I was only taking half. And then I weaned myself off because I knew if I didn't wean myself off, I would have a lupus flare. So I still have a little bit for days where I'm having a really hard time. But don't do what I say. Hello, J.O. And I'm probably saying your name totally wrong, but hello. All right, so let's get into some fun stuff. Y'all, I've had so much fun. If you remember, my son got me some more of these really cute, oh shoot, all of a sudden my brain just went blip. That happens. Um, Building sets. They are not Legos. They are Fun Hole. So this is what it was supposed to look like. Now I have not built the people, and I've got a little bit of the close up of the back to finish. But this is adorable, and I wired this. It comes with all the wiring. Look at this, y'all. Let me. You can see. Well, you can kind of see the lights. I don't know. Let me turn off one more light, y'all, because it's really okay. There we go. It's really stunning. And what they've changed about the Fun Hole, if you've ordered any, you do all this intricate building on the inside. See, I haven't closed up the back, but you can't see it. But now they have made it so that you can open it up. You can see the pictures on the wall. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Now I realize I'm not 12. Why do I enjoy it so much? I love taking a big box of little parts and making it into something. I think that's why, you know, certain home chores are fun. Like I love to do laundry because I like to take a big basket of stinky, dirty clothes, smelly, dirty clothes, we'll say it that way, and make them clean and fresh. And they are so much fun. Let me tell you, whoever just said, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at catching the comments. Some of these elaborate ones, like this one's 3 stories, like around 2,000 pieces. And listen, y'all, whenever I do a live, I get trolls. I can never think what that's called. I'm just going to ignore it. And when it goes off the rails, I'll just block the person. So hopefully it won't go off too bad. If you want to try these, they have little sets. So they have like a hot dog stand. They have a whole farm line, like a little egg store. They have a little greenhouse that's not going to cost you as much. And they almost always have good coupons and such. On Amazon is where I buy them, but these were from my son. So this week, oh, thank you, Kathy. My son was like, I sent you something. I was like, stop. And I've told you before, my son's been super upset and super worried. And I'm like, I'm fine, which I'm sort of fine. But I just don't want him to feel like he has to take care of me. But he was like, well, Mom, it's Easter and you're diabetic and you can't have Peeps. Which is true. I would eat them if he got them for me. Pardon me, y'all. I still have the hiccups. And it's almost Mother's Day. So he sent me the biggest one I've ever done. It's like 2,500 pieces. I'm not going to show it to you yet because I'm not going to be working on it for a while. But I thought that was so, so kind of him. So, all right, let's see. I love that I'm getting good at blocking. About my turkey neck. Y'all, you know, yeah, I'd love to have like a tat neck, but you know what? I'm 64 years old and I have, see, look at all this. But yes, my son has been amazing. The house next door to him is still for sale. He's still been kind of pressuring me. It's gone up on Zillow. It's about half the price of this house, and it does have a basement. Very, very tempting. Y'all, I'm just not up to moving. The amount of work that it would take me to move, and I don't want to own 2 houses. I don't. And then I would have to keep coming back for my appointments. So anyway, I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so that is this is all I have left is a plate and a bowl. to finish that up, and then the little figurines. But I want to show you something else that I'm gonna try. Have y'all heard of book nooks? And the reason I'm getting a lot of these type of things is it keeps me busy and feeling productive even when I can't be productive. So y'all, if you're going through a health crisis, maybe a craft might help you too. So I'm not Wiccan. I am a Christian. I am saved by the blood of Jesus on the cross. But I love any kind of Halloween spooky things. So these are like, you can see here, little book nooks that go between books on the shelf. So this is going to motivate me to go through my books. You have that bowl. Oh, you have that bowl? This I got at a like a vintage store or whatever. It is truly old. I always use it for my Legos, and I love it. It's melamine. I would love to have a set of melamine dishes in that. I keep my eyes out. But anyway, you build these. It sometimes we'll say dollhouse, but it's like snap together pieces, and then you glue some of them, and they light up. And so I have this was on clearance. No, I won't say clearance. It was on a really good sale because they're about $40, and I think I paid $28 for this. And it's a magic store, but I believe in the Lord, not in magic. I just like the whole Halloween thing. So anyway, I'm going to be working on this, and I'll share this with you. One of the gals I watch on YouTube, it's No Madness Life. And let me just tell you, I got watching her because she is a girl world review channel. Like, she reviews the girl world people. And I'd like to wash her mouth out with soap sometimes. But she's super, super funny. And she's a Christian person. She just drops the F-bomb and stuff, and I don't like that. But she's been building these, and they're super cute, so that's what turned me on. But let's talk a little bit about, before I give you the really, what I think is good news. Ooh. Let's talk about a go bag for the hospital. So every time I go to the hospital, and they're like, oh, it's outpatient. Oh, it's just, we'll give you a little IV medicine. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not fine. And I end up spending the night. So I wanted to put together a bag that I can have at the ready all the time, with the exception of my glasses and my contact lens case, which I'll show you how I'm going to remember to put that in. This Pan Am bag is a reproduction. So I've had it for several years. There for a while, a lot of the vintage channels were, and stores were making these vintage reproduction Pan Am travel bags. This is super high quality. I don't even know if you can still get it, but like all the details. So it has the, like the little Pan Am vintage thingy-mabobber. There is, let me see if I can find this real quick, you guys. There's just all kinds of goodies in here, and I don't know if I can find it while I'm trying to talk, but I'm gonna try. Like, I saved the tags, so it comes with like an official looking Pan Am tag, that you put your name and address on. I just thought it was super cute. One of the things that I want for my hospital go bag is something that's, this is vinyl, but something that I can take and clean. I can spray it down, get the germs off. Because when you think about what might be in a go bag, first of all, it's going to roll around in my car, which is not too dirty. But then it's going to go from the ER or the outpatient department into the hospital. I like having something that I can wash up with just some antimicrobial wipes, or generally in the hospital, what I'm finding is they have the big containers of wipes. You can wipe stuff down that you bring in or take out. So that's one of the reasons that I chose this bag out of the 150,000 bags I might have in my closet. So what are you going to put in a hospital bag? Well, a lot of times, and you'll forgive me for having to stand, but I'm going to have to stand. Um, they won't let you, but this is a pair of pajamas. They're like capri length, short sleeves, so it's kind of like a year round. It's I get these from Walmart. It's their Joy Spun line. Y'all, I'm telling you, between about $16 for a set of these. They have shorts, they have spaghetti strap tops, which is not my favorite thing. I like a little more structure on the top. Um, they just have all different kinds of styles and patterns, and they last and last and last. Like, I've washed and washed and washed. This pair's been washed a ton. This is normally what I took to my sons because it's modest. So maybe they will let you wear pajamas, maybe they will not. I don't mean to embarrass anyone. Extra underpants, always a nice thing to have. And y'all, if you could see the lining of that, isn't that really cool? Now, for whatever kind of device you have, if you don't have extra, I think I put it, where did I put that? Get an extra, but somewhere in here, I've got an extra phone cord. But this is the really nifty thing. So it's just a little square thing. This is made by Martha Stewart. I got this at TJ Maxx recently. And you open it up. Oh, the cord's in here. And it's got the 4 sections. And this is also all like a vinyl, so you can clean it up. So I've got a phone charger. And this, I have like deodorant, hairbrush, comb. So I try to keep extras of all this, stuff anyway on hand, but this makes it really nice. A little bit of makeup, probably not required, but you know, if you're a guy and you have a shaver or aftershave. And then this one is some body lotion, a shower cap, and some moisturizer for my face. So while this isn't like maybe fully what you would use every single day, I thought it has a lot of room. I could put a lot more stuff in it. It's sanitizable. Is that a word? It is now. I just thought that that was like a pretty cool little thing. Thank you, Jane. I'm not always well organized, but I have a bigger one. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you this. See how this has a hook? You can hang it up on the hook on the bathroom door, so you're not like having to put it on the countertop where it gets more germs and watered up and such like that. I have a bigger one that I take for my sons that has like shampoo and conditioner. You know, I don't wash my hair every day, so it's not a big deal. I still have a lot of room for like stuff to do, so an iPad, magazines, you know, if you're filling up to it. But I think, you know, having this, I know if I'm gonna have a test, like I will be having, y'all, a port inserted for my chemo. At least that's what I know right now. So that's outpatient, but they put you to sleep. So that, you know, that's definitely what I'm going to take it for. And I'll go ahead and share the good news with you. This week every week I seemed like I have a million appointments and tests. I had my PET scan. So what's a PET scan? It's kind of like a CT scan, not an MRI. It's more like a CT scan. So it's a little short barrel that you they put you on a table and they run you through it back and forth, back and forth. But they give you a radioactive dye. Well, I've never had that before. So I thought, if I have a reaction to the radioactive dye, I'm going to need this. So I had left it, of course, in my car. And then I thought, well, if worse came to worse, I have friends that live fairly close to that hospital. Y'all, there's 3 different hospitals I'm dealing with. They're all the same entity. It's just whoever has the fastest appointment is who I take, and not every hospital has all the equipment. Sorry, guys, I'm a little out of breath. So anyway, what they did was, it was very weird. You go in and you lay on this table, and they start an IV, and they give you your radioactive dye. And then they cover you up, turn off the lights, forbid you to look at television or your phone or anything. You're supposed to lay perfectly still for 1 hour. And I was like, y'all don't know me very well, because there's no way I can lay here for an hour. I did. Then they come back and they put you in this little tube thing that slides you back and forth. So what was the purpose of the PET scan? Well, it was to see where, if anywhere, the cancer had metastasized. Did I have other forms of cancer? Because cancerous tumors will pick up that radioactive dye and show itself. So did it metastasize? Did I have any other types of cancer? And is that the origin? Is my lung the origin of it? And y'all, there's been questions the whole time about both lungs. I have a large tumor in my left lung that is malignant. Everybody says it's malignant, and I get that. It's about that big. So it's about 5 centimeters or 2.5 inches. If that's 2.5 inches, I'm not very good at showing you, but it's a pretty good size. The question was, I have a lot of nodules in my lungs, and I have been told by everybody, all the pulmonologists, that you were awake, Jill, when you got your port. I'm gonna ask for that, because I'm tough enough. I think I could deal with that. I'd rather not go to sleep, because then there's just like this whole other risk bunches that can come up anyway. So I figured I wouldn't get the results from my PET scan until I saw the oncologist, which is this coming Thursday. Today is Monday. It came right through. So there's a new law, and I forget what it's called, but they have to show you your results right away. And y'all, I'm so pleased to tell you that this big tumor is the only malignancy that picked up the radioactive dye. These little, you even watch the fluoroscope? That's like television. I would like a medical show, Jill. I want that. Will you write me a note? The little nodules on the other side of my lung, which had come back. It didn't come back cancer or malignant. It didn't come back benign. It didn't come back abnormal. I think it said atypical. So it may be on something that would later turn into cancer, and that may be taken care of by the chemotherapy. But y'all, this is like a miracle. I don't have cancer anyplace else, because honestly, y'all, I worried, had it gone to my sternum, had it metastasized to breast cancer, liver, pancreas, it's all right there, right by the tumor, you know? Nothing. Grace of God. Oh dear, I'm gonna cry, but it's tears of joy. So far, everything that I've been tested on, if you could study for it, I'd get A+. You know, they've come out well, considering that I have malignant lung cancer. And I'm very, very, excuse me for rubbing my nose, I'm very, very pleased. So yes, I am lucky, Jill. I am lucky, because, you know, you have a tendency to examine your own body. You know, you're like, do I feel a sore spot anywhere here? And just, I mean, I'm a little thick, but there's not a lot of space between like your lung and your ribs and your lung and your sternum and your lung and your breasts and your lung and your organs. And I didn't know if I had metastasis. And I wanted to wait to share it. That's why I didn't do video this week. I didn't feel well. And then I thought, I'm going to come on here like Eeyore, like, I don't have any metastasis. And I wanted it to be like really positive. And thank you, Jane. A couple of you that I email with, I shared it ahead of time, because the whole evening and night after I got the news, I'm serious. I praised the Lord and prayed all night long. I didn't get any sleep. And I kept texting like people that are in the know. You know, first I called my son right away. I'm scared him half to death, but because I don't call him very often, I usually just text. He's not a texter, he's a phone caller. I'm a texter, so we kind of battle over that. But at any rate, I feel so blessed. Now, how does that change my treatment? I'm sure it does, but I don't know yet, y'all. And I hate to keep coming on here and be like, I don't know yet, but the long-awaited oncology appointment will be on Thursday. Wednesday I have, and I've shared this before, I have the brain scan. Now, the PET scan also includes your brain. It was negative for anything, but they also do an additional brain scan, and y'all, I'll never understand it. And I don't have to. I just have to show up and get it done. And at least it's at the hospital closest to me. And then, so that's on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I see the oncologist. And then on Saturday, I have a lash appointment. Girl's got to have her priorities. So what I'm hoping is on Thursday, we'll agree on a treatment plan. Because here's the thing, guys. I don't know enough about chemo. You know, it's not like an a la carte menu kind of thing. I'm sure there'll be like a couple it might be a couple choices, but I'm sure that based on the type of cancer, based on the size and all of that. Thank you, Brenda. I try to be funny, y'all. I really try to be funny about it. And I would say that people who might be listening in on my son and my conversation would be like, oh my gosh, I'd be ashamed to talk about your mother like that. But that's what's funny, and that's what gets us through. And we do talk like pretty not detrimental, but like pretty sarcastic about being sick and having cancer, because that's what gets us through. It's what gets me through. And not seeing my son, you know, crying and so upset. And my son he did not get the blue eyes, but my son has these very, very dark brown, almost black eyes, and his eyes get really big when he gets upset, and not have to sit there and look at him like this. He does not have as big of round eye as I do, but his emotions show through his eyes. So anyway, so all good news up till now, right? Let me share a little bit with you. Jane, I missed your comment. Thank you, Sally. And guys, I get talking and waving my hands, and then I kind of have to talk with my hands, and I don't read the thing. Although, y'all look, yeah, I smashed my finger in the chicken coop door, but it doesn't look like it's going to come off. It just snapped off the fingernails, so I just cut them all back. Welcome to spring. Uncle Steve I'm working with Uncle Steve. I'm hoping he'll come out this week. I've got to get started. My garden looks horrific, but whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to have to get some weeding done. And I think I can set with my oxygen on and do it for like an hour maybe at a time. So I'll just periodically. But guys, we've had 2 hard freezes this week, and it's been in the 20s in the morning. So today's a little bit warmer. And then we're going to creep up towards the 50s. So I'm hoping that pretty soon we can do something in the garden, because I'd like to have something in the garden. Hi, Cindy. I answered your email this morning. Sorry, I didn't get to it last night. I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And then it went right over my head. So, yeah, guys, that's what I know. I'm still going to try to do a little bit more activities than what you guys are seeing. I have some canning, believe it or not, that I do want to do. I want to can some sweet onion jam, and I think I need some ranch black beans too, but right now I'm not doing that, but I need to get started on some things like that. And y'all, just be 100% honest. There are days where I do nothing but lay on the couch, take care of the animals. my chores, feed myself, and that's it. Then there are days I can do a lot more. Oh, I know what I was started to go down that road, and then I got sidetracked. The Trulicity. Y'all, I had my hemoglobin A1C, which was 6.7, which is diabetes. The last one, I just had it done again. It was 5.6. Wait, what? So I was like, well, what does that really mean? Does that just mean the medication's working? Does that mean I need to go off of it? Well, what I found out was, and I think I have shared this, once I start taking chemo, they give you large doses of cortisone. So I will be on insulin for a short period of time. So they're not taking me off the Trulicity, but they may cut the dose back. And I'm like, well, I already paid for it. It was $242, and I'm using it. Cheap girl. So they have a feller, a young kid. I mean, he's like younger than my kid, but he must be older than what he looks. His expertise is financial assistance and just how to get medications approved. So I met with him, lovely feller. And y'all, here I've been paying all these copays and deductibles. And with my income being Social Security, I qualify for all sorts of assistance. And I am going to take advantage of it, y'all, because it's, if you have to spend $242 on one medication every 4 weeks, and that's not even all your chemo and high cost drugs, I won't be able to afford it. So I'm really glad that that assistance is there. All right, y'all. Well, let's see. We've been on here 30 minutes. I'm so glad everybody could jump on. Y'all, if you could do me a big favor, can you go ahead and smash that like button? It just really helps the algorithm because I've completely fallen off. Oops, there I go. Because I'm not doing enough videos. But I promise you, y'all, I really am going to try to do more. And not every video is going to be like, here's what's back in your hospital bag. Not every video needs to be cancer-centric. What I will tell you is I do have a surprise coming up that my son is working on for me. I'm going to have some merchandise. So if you could do me a big favor, drop me a comment below. I don't want to have 50 million things like, the bumper sticker. Kept being a little facetious there. But basically what you do is you send them what you want it to look like. That's what my son's working on. And then they can make like t-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and travel mugs and tote bags and aprons. So and they're reasonably priced. Play Kim's playlist. Thank you, Jane. Yes, that does help. And a lot of you have been. I can tell by my, not my biometrics. That's a medical thing, Kim. Oh my gosh, the statistics. Okay, Kim, yeah. Probably need some more caffeine. There's a little bit of caffeine. This is iced tea. It will help if you watch old videos. And guys, I'm not trying to get on here and beg, but I'm going to just tell you the way it is. The reason I'm going to do merch, and that's not a high. Tea towels with your chickens, that's a great idea, Jill. See, this is why I need you all, because I think about sippy cups and you all will think about other things, because I was trying to think of what is my logo going to look like, because I'm going to need a little logo and a big logo. And I am going to have some things that are like the lung cancer ribbon on the back of a t-shirt. I do want that. This is not to raise money for American Cancer Association or anything like that. I don't qualify to do that. You have to have 10,000 subscribers. You make only a little bitty bit. I don't think the merch will be US only. Jane, what I don't know is, see, my son's company, well, it's not his company, but where my son works, they have all kinds of merch. Y'all have probably seen me wear Tidal Garden stuff. He has made me custom leggings before with pictures of coral that he's taken. I mean, they have all kinds of stuff. So he knows the best companies for quality and for shipping, and also for size variety. I'm So sorry, y'all. You probably get so tired of that, don't you? Um, I don't want it to be US only because even though the majority of my subscribers are US, I have a lot of Canada and a lot of UK. So I'm hoping that we can find one that's reasonable on shipping costs. And most of them, I mean, this is an open world now, you know, things can get shipped all over the place. I don't know about tariffs. I can't speak to that. But some of the companies may have manufacturing sites out of the US so that they can service a bigger worldwide area. So that's what I do know. I had something else, but it just went out of my head. I should see why I have talking notes, y'all, because I'm like, I need to tell him this and this and this, and then I forget. Will Frankie be on anything? So here's the two things that I have thought of is my chicken girls and Frankie. And y'all, let me tell you, Frankie, my word, that cat, he is, I mean, he can be rotten, don't get me wrong. He can be really rotten and annoying. Y'all have heard him bang the doors. He has been so, I got you, mum. I'm with you, mum. Let me lay with you, mum. I'm going to lay on you, mum. I'm going to purr for you, mum. You can scratch my ears a little bit, mum. But he has been so, so lovey. So he knows I haven't felt well this week. So I think Frankie and the chickens, I had done a little logo design, and it was a chicken, Frankie, and my big tree. Yeah, I love Frankie to bits. I love Frankie to bits too, even though he's rotten, y'all. Y'all, he can be really rotten. One of his favorite things to do, pets sense things, they definitely do, Sally Ann. He'll sit down just off center. They are the best, Brenda, of the stairs, so that when I look down the stairs, I can't see him because he's right over here, and cry like somebody's beating him because he wants me to get out of bed at midnight and get him a drink of water. So he can be rotten, but I love him to death. He's getting, guys, he's really getting old. And one of the days, like the sound of the logo, okay, good. One of these days, you know, Frankie will cross the Rainbow Bridge and be with my Calvin. I had a Flame Point Himalayan before. Frankie's a Seal Point. Calvin was actually Ben's cat, and then Ben went to college and left me with the cat. Y'all know how that goes, you know. Kids leave all their crap. Half of his crap is still here, and their pets when they leave. But Calvin was a real sweetheart. Calvin made it to 13. Frankie is, what do you think? Is he going to be 14, I think, in June? So he's getting up there, guys. Heart failure is a big one for them, but he's just getting till he can't hardly like jump up on things, and sometimes I have to pick him up. He'll come over and cry for me to pick him up because he can't make it. Poor little buddy by himself. But we're not going to think about sad things right now. You know, that's part of having a pet. And oh, my chicken girls, everybody's laying except Winona, but she's about done with her broody, I would think. So with it being Easter week, I sold out of dozens of eggs last week because I hadn't, you know, sometimes I'll skip a week or so if people don't need eggs. But I'm getting a dozen eggs every 4 days. So I'm getting a couple dozen a week plus, and then I eat on the plus, basically. Now, when Winona starts laying again, I do, because it's about half an egg, I do a half price on Winona eggs. And some people love them, but they're perfect for coloring, too, because they're cream color, not brown. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to keep yakking. It's been now 40 minutes. And y'all, if you're one last laugh at myself, right? If you're wondering why, you see the why hair color has a tendency to wash out of my hair over time or in the sun. That's why I do it lighter in the summer. I usually go a shade lighter because yes, I color my hair. I would be gray-headed. but for some reason, I don't know why, I must not have got it real good and colored in a couple spots. So yeah, that's what this is all about. But thankfully this morning, not this morning, this week, I'm gonna color my hair and then I won't look like an alley cat, I hope. So y'all don't forget, smash the like button. Thank you for all of those of you who did, who are on a device. You can do that. Leave me a comment below. What items would you like to see? I don't want 52 different items. I think an apron would be really cool. That's Wellness Homesteader. Oh, and the reason I'm doing it, I never got around to that, did I? Y'all, it's straight up to help me with my copays. Even though you've decided to embrace the gray. Jane, I tried that. I just couldn't get past it. But if my hair falls out, I probably will. From the chemo, I'll probably just let it go at that point. I at least want to see what it looks like. You don't make a lot of money on a item sale, but it would help me. And so that's why I'm doing that, because I can't produce as much content to make as much money on YouTube. And y'all, this is how little I make. I have not gotten a check at all this year. So we would have been paid January, February, March. You have to make at least $100 before they send you a check. So you guys, I don't make much. And I'm not doing my soap right now. So I need to probably do that. I just don't want to take on more than what I can do. And the merch, somebody else makes it and ships it and takes care of like sizing issues and stuff like that. So that's why I'm doing it. All right, guys. Well, I hope you will smile. I don't know if you can tell that's what my shirt says. Not real crazy about the neckline of this. It's kind of weird, and I don't want it to be too low, but I thought it wouldn't be as low. I did get this off Amazon. I thought it was cute, positive message. So, all right, guys. I like the idea of an apron and t-shirts and tea towels. I like the tea towels, Brenda. You know, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do tea towels. So why not? That would be just perfect, right? Oh, I don't know if y'all spit a little bit on that one. I like things that are useful. I don't want something that's just for show. I want to be able to wear it, to use it, and I think an apron would be really nice. I have a couple aprons that I've ordered from it's a cat hair, guys. Different channels, you know, to support them. And they're okay. A Teespring is who it's from. So I'm going to see if there's another company besides Teespring, like what my son is ordering from, that might be a couple dollars more, but give you a little more bang for your buck. Cooking mitts. Yeah, I don't know what they have, but I bet you they have tea towels, because tea towels are pretty easy to embroider. Yeah, and you don't need sizes, Jill. That's really smart, because most aprons are one size fits most. You know, one of the things, guys, I got to get off of here. I know I'm holding you all up. One of the things I may be doing for you all, because I think it would be helpful, is how to alter clothing when you have weight loss, and even how to alter clothing when you have weight loss that realistically may be temporary. Y'all, I am so tired of hitching up my britches. I got a belt that I found in my closet for my jeans. That's not working out very well. I need to take up some clothes. Oh, thank you, Jane. Just so that I'm not constantly hitching stuff up. And I don't want to order things too small, because realistically, I may drop some more weight. I've lost about 27 pounds, which is you know, a size, not 2 or 3, but a size enough that my clothes are sloppy. My britches are sloppy. Shirts don't matter so much. But I thought it might be kind of neat to do a few how to easily alter something if you've temporarily lost weight. Thank you, Sally Ann, and thank you for your prayers. All right, guys, enough. I thank y'all for being here today. And I'll see you a little bit later this week. I'm hoping Uncle Steve messaged while we were talking, so I'll go see what he has to say. Maybe Uncle Steve and I can get into some trouble. All right, guys. The weather's just been too bad for anything. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon, but until then, you know what to do. Altar close is a great skill to have. I get approached a lot by people who need help with that, that know that I sew. Until I see you again, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and take care.